Inclusion means friends hanging out and gatherings and nobody being left out. Inclusion also can be when you work together as a team at a workplace and everyone's involved. Inclusion helps people with disabilities feel included and not left out. Inclusion helps people with social skills and help people in everyday life. Inclusion means a lot to people with disabilities because they're always included and they always have a friend and they always have someone to talk to and they always have fun.
To me, inclusion is the act of making those around you feel as comfortable as possible and creating an environment where someone can be the most authentic version of themselves. Inclusion is so important because at the end of the day, all anyone really wants is a friend and to feel accepted for who they are. So it's really important that we keep spreading this message.
And I'm here to share with you what inclusion means to me. I've always felt a little excluded, like an outsider looking in. Growing up as a child in a family that had disabilities, I often spent a lot of time playing on my own. My primary school friends all seemed to have made up their minds about me already because I was a little different than them. Things got a little bit harder when I became a teenager. I was passionate about subjects that everyone else hated. I joined clubs that only a handful of people would join, and I became close friends with the people that others didn't want to bother with. I survived high school with one friend who made me feel like my thoughts and opinions belonged somewhere. I often felt like I sat on the sidelines. Moving to Connecticut in my early 20s only served to exuberate the feeling of being excluded. Now in a different state, I had to start all over again. I tried to make friends, which I often didn't know how to fit in whenever I was on a social outing. There were times where I felt like I should just disappear. The feeling of being excluded, whether because of one's family background, abilities, sexual orientation, race, age, experience, or associations, is a familiar one to many of us. It is perhaps human nature to seek out people like ourselves, people who can reaffirm our beliefs and endorse our norms. Such mutual praise and support can be crucial to us building confidence in what we do and feeling a sense of belonging. With the help of best buddies now in my life, I know what it's like to feel included. I help with spreading inclusion by spreading awareness and speaking up and being the force to include those who are sitting on the sidelines.
To me, inclusion means that everyone's voice and experience is fully valued in today's world, whether it be at school, work, in public spaces, or with family and friends. It's crucial to spread inclusion in order to equally represent people of varying identities, cultures, abilities, and backgrounds so that we can all work together toward a brighter future. With inclusion, nobody is left behind. Rather, everyone feels a sense of safety and genuine belonging in their community.
To me, inclusion means that everybody is actively a part of their community and has all the opportunities in the world to participate and show what they're capable of. And it's important to spread inclusion because with inclusion comes increased diversity. And we can learn from each other and grow together, and we're all better together. And I'm happy to be a part of the YLC, which is a part of this greater inclusion revolution to make our world a more inclusive and better place.
Emma Thompson once said, "Being disabled should not mean being disqualified from having access to every aspect of life." As someone who has cerebral palsy and a mobility device, inclusion to me means everyone has equal access. Examples include, but are not limited to, friendship, leadership development, integrated employment, and inclusive living. Arthur Chan once said, "Diversity is a fact, equity is a choice, inclusion is an action, belonging is the outcome."
Inclusion to me is about creating that warming, welcoming presence where everyone feels invited to participate despite their backgrounds. And the difference between diversity and inclusion, diversity is about the invitation and that they're at the table. Inclusion is about creating those everlasting moments of experiences, so you're creating equity all the time. And that's what inclusion means to me.